Hey guys, I'm Adam.
I'm Ryan.
And this is Two Neighbors. Ryan, we have a very special edition today. And what are we watching?
We are checking out 50 things that prove Canada is a unique country. So we could have told you that.
Yeah, we're very unique. We have really weird things that go up here in Canada.
We do.
We live in ice shelters.
Yes, year round.
Year round.
Not true.
That makes us unique.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, we're clearly on a kick of Canadian stuff. You guys are loving it. You're sending us a lot of great stuff. So thank you very much for all the recommendations. If you have another recommendation, hashtag my request in the comment section with the URL link. It's super helpful. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel of Two Neighbors. So what do you think is going to be discussed in this? What's some unique things that come to mind, Canada, Ryan?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say there's going to be 50 unique things about Canada in here, but I don't know.
I mean, one of them is.
I don't know. I mean, we have obviously a lot of unique things. Okay, I'll say something that's unique is like our population density and where it is. I talked about this in an earlier video that there's basically a huge concentration of people living right on the border, and then a vast amount of the country that is completely empty. When they were settling Canada, a lot of false advertisement going on over in Europe. They used to like send over things like basically like kind of flyers and do them up and say, free land, you could have, you know, 1,000 acres for free, absolutely free in the prairies. There was not much going on over there, but people took them up on that offer, and you know, if they arrived in summer, they're probably like, this is a pretty sweet deal, but then winter comes. So maybe, I'm sure they're going to talk about something to do with the weather.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they will talk about the weather. I do know one fact, and I don't know if it'll be on here. I don't know if it's going to be in this realm, but I know that Canada does have a UFO landing pad somewhere. I've heard this. A UFO landing pad.
Like that we built?
Like that we built. In preparation if there's a UFO landing.
I feel like if they've managed to travel from a far part of our galaxy or another galaxy, they'll be prepared to land already without us actually building them a landing pad, but that does seem like something that we would spend our tax dollars on, building a UFO landing pad.
It's a welcome pad.
I could see that breezing right through the Senate into the House and say, let's sign this baby up, because what country's complete without a UFO landing pad, right?
Yeah, so guys, please, if you haven't already checked out O Swag, please do. OCanadaSwag.com. It's our official sponsor of Two Neighbors. Punch in Two Neighbors in the coupon code in checkout, and you will receive 20% off plus free shipping and pay no tax. Get some nice, you know, nice Great Lakes shirts, USA shirts. You know, lots of Canadian themed.
Canadian stuff, eh?
Canadian stuff, eh? It's good stuff.
All right, well, let's learn about some unique things about our country.
What country holds annual bathtub races and has a prepared landing pod for UFOs?
I got it!
Also, it has a place where there are so many snakes that they look like spaghetti on your plate.
Huh?
Still no idea, eh?
Russia.
Okay, I'll give you a huge hint.
Believe I got that
This
right.
country produces more than 70% of all maple syrup in the world.
Yep,
Yep, you nailed it. This awesome
syrup.
country is Canada. And here are 50 cool facts about this place.
All right.
Canadians are famous for saying sorry all the time, even when the other person is clearly in the wrong. In fact, they apologize so much that an Apology Act was passed in 2009. It allows saying sorry in court without being afraid that it'll sound like admitting your guilt.
Oh my God.
Approximately 90% of Canada's land area is uninhabited. Even though it's bigger than the US, it has only 11% of America's population. At 4,860 miles, the Trans-Canada Highway is almost the longest national highway in the world. Beat only by Australia's Highway 1.
You been on Highway 1?
I have been on Highway 1.
Also, when you travel along the Trans-Canada Highway and reach Quebec province, pay attention, and you may see the most cheerful town in the world, St. Louis du Ha-Ha. Yep, just like that, with 2 ha's and 2 exclamation marks.
With
the town even has a Guinness World Record for most exclamation marks in a town name.
Guinness World Record?
It's illegal for polar bears in Canada to break into houses and steal food. So, if you see one rummaging around in your fridge, call the cops. You can laugh all you want, But there's even a polar bear jail in Churchill, Manitoba.
What?
What?
Bear troublemakers stay there until they get relocated. Canada received its own flag in 1965,
Yes, we did.
almost 100 years after it became a separate country in 1867. People in Nanaimo, British Columbia, are fans of a very exciting kind of sport. Since 1967, they've been organizing and participating in bathtub racing.
Bathtub racing.
Why not?
These unusual competitions take place every year and involve bathtub boats and a lot of fun.
It's just like the shape of the
Several of the
bathtub.
most popular superheroes, such as Wolverine and Superman, were created by Canadians. Thank you so much, guys.
You're welcome.
The most dramatic weather change happened in Canada on January 10th, 1962. The temperature in Pincher Creek, one of the windiest places in the country, jumped from -2.2 degrees to 71.6 degrees Fahrenheit within a couple of hours.
Minus
Wow.
19 to 22.
Canadians
That's crazy.
love hockey.
Yes, we do.
As they say, these people breathe, eat, and live hockey.
Dream about
But
it. too.
despite their passion for the game, Canada's national sport is
Lacrosse.
lacrosse. One area in the Hudson Bay region has less gravity than any other region on the planet. So if you want to jump higher and weigh less, that's the place to be.
You see
One
everyone
crater on
jumping in one
Mars
spot.
was named Gander, after a town in the Newfoundland and Labrador province of Canada, to
Yeah.
honor its space research efforts. How about this one? Santa Claus is Canadian. That's what Canada's immigration minister announced in 2012. So
just took
maybe
that
that's
one.
why his famous outfit is
He's
made
from
up
North
of
Pole.
mostly two colors,
Red
red
and
and white, which are the national colors of Canada.
Fair enough.
Now, even though the Stanley Cup, which is the National Hockey League trophy, has its own bodyguard, hockey champions still manage to put all kinds of things in it. I mean, they drink chocolate milk from the poor thing. In 1930, Canada's hockey team did so well that they were put straight through to the final game. They didn't even have to take part in knockout rounds.
Wow.
And in the end, they won the gold. Canada's territory occupies a whopping 3,855 million square miles, which makes it the second largest country in the world after Russia. For comparison, Canada is bigger than the whole European Union and 15 times larger than France, the biggest European country. Ottawa, the capital of Canada, isn't the largest city in the country. With a population of about 1 million people, it comes second to Toronto, the capital of the Ontario province.
On the center of the
Almost
universe.
3 million people live in that city.
3 million.
More than
Canada
that.
is officially
like
the most
2.7.
educated country in the
GTA.
world,
GTA,
with
yeah.
56% of its population having some kind of post-high school education degree. In St. Paul, Alberta, they built the first landing pad for
There
UFOs.
you go.
Well, I guess you can never be too prepared. The platform weighs more than 130 tons and contains a time capsule which has to be opened in 2067.
Has to be open.
In a 2018 happiness report, Canada was ranked number 7. I mean, even despite all that cold,
If we had better weather, we'd be
the
one.
number of Canadian lakes is mind-blowing. The country has more than 3 million lakes, which is more than the rest of the world combined.
We loved our cottage country right on the
Besides,
lake.
all these lakes contain 20% of all the fresh water on Earth. Okanagan Lake is supposedly the home of Okopogo, a mythical creature
Like the Loch Ness Monster.
similar to the one that's said to dwell in Loch Ness, Scotland.
Not as famous.
Forests cover
No.
more than 40% of Canada's land territory, but New Brunswick province is especially foresty. Trees cover 85% of its territory. Walking in the forest without a compass doesn't sound like fun anymore. Canada has the world's longest coastline. If you decided to walk along the Canadian coast without stops, it would take you more than 4.5 years. No wonder, since you'll have to cover about 151,000 miles. In Quebec, they produce 77% of all the maple syrup in the world. And Canadians do love this sweet pancake topping.
We do.
On the other hand, who doesn't? By the way, rumor has it that somewhere in Canada, there's a strategic maple syrup reserve.
Yes, there is.
About 10% of Canadians are either vegetarians or vegans. That means 2.3 million vegetarians and 850,000 vegans.
There are a lot of
Most of these people are under 35. The national animal of Canada is the beaver.
Yay,
By the
beaver.
way, it's Canada's largest and the world's second largest rodent.
The world's largest
The
rodent.
capital
Justin
city
Bieber.
of Canada, Ottawa, is at the top of the list of the world's coldest capitals. Canada is home to the biggest number of polar bears in the world. See for yourself. Out of approximately 25,000 left on the planet, 15,000 live in the Arctic regions of the country. Canada straddles not one or two, but 6 time zones. They are Newfoundland time zone, Atlantic time zone, Eastern time, Central time zone, Mountain
news
time
going
zone,
half an
and the
hour,
Pacific
half hour.
time
It's a
zone.
half-hour
Hey,
difference.
time
Why?
out.
From Atlantic to Newfoundland, half hour.
The lowest ever
Leave it to the
recorded
news.
temperature in Canada was minus 81.4 degrees
Minus
Fahrenheit.
63 degrees
Ooh.
Celsius.
Tap water in
Freeze your
Canada
coffee,
is
your
as
Timmy's.
good as bottled water. What's more, some people are sure that it even tastes better.
Some does.
While driving in northwest Canada,
When you get up north,
be
it
prepared to
does.
see license plates
Yeah.
shaped like a polar bear.
You don't see those too
By the
often in
way,
Ontario.
there are so many bears in Canada that in some
Ah, the
areas,
DeLorean.
drivers leave their cars unlocked. Why, you ask? It's done to make sure that people have a chance to escape from the bears by hiding inside a car. The largest mall in the U.S. is the Mall of America. But did you know that its owners are Canadian? Wait, what? If you're a fan of
Finally,
narwhals,
victory
go
for
to
Canadian
Canada.
business.
There you can buy a coin with this unicorn whale. On the other hand, be ready to part with $300 since the coin is made of gold. Or, if you want to play big, you can buy a Canadian $1 million coin. No kidding. This largest coin on the market is made up of 220 pounds of 99% pure gold.
Really?
But hurry up,
Interesting.
there are only 5 such coins in the world, and only 1 is for sale. Ever heard the word loonie? Yeah, well, in Canada, this is in fact
It's a buck.
a form of currency. Loonie and toonie as well. The loonie is a $1 gold-colored coin, and the toonie is, as you might guess, a $2 one. Canadians love their famous interjection, eh? What's more, it's listed in the Canadian Oxford Dictionary as a real valid word.
Should be, eh?
It is.
The first British Columbians used fish
Okay.
instead of candles. Ulichin, also known as candlefish, is so fatty that when you dry it and string on a wick, it'll burn brightly. In Canadian McDonald's,
McLobster.
you can buy the
McLobster.
McLobster, sold exclusively in this region. Now, if your biggest fear is snakes, never ever visit the Narcissi snake dens in Manitoba. There are more snakes in that place than in any other part of the world.
Really?
Thousands of red-sided garter snakes are concentrated in that relatively small
We
area.
don't have snakes like that.
No, no
In
snakes like that.
Saskatchewan, you don't wear a hoodie, you put on a bunny hug. True?
Never heard
Every
of that.
spring, the coast of Newfoundland and Labrador witnesses a stunning iceberg parade
Ah,
when
yes.
massive chunks of ice break off glaciers and make their way through Iceberg Valley.
Too many of them now.
Entrepreneurs
unfortunately.
harvest
Yeah,
these mini
yeah.
icebergs to use them in the production of alcoholic drinks and skincare products. Wood Buffalo National Park, created in 1922 to protect the largest herd of roaming wood bison in the world, is larger than Switzerland. One of the most popular dishes in
What's that?
Canada is
What's that?
poutine. Crispy fries covered with cheese curds and rich gravy. Hey, what's not to like?
I'm hungry.
Canadians eat more macaroni and cheese than any other nation in the world.
Gotta sprinkle a little
You
ketchup
didn't see
on
that
there.
coming, did
yeah.
you? By the way, the Canadians have been crazy about this dish ever since 1845. Canadians are some of the friendliest people in the world.
Yeah, we
You
try to be.
probably can't find a rude Canadian, even if you try really hard. Lots of Canadians speak French as their first language, and Montreal is the second largest French-speaking city in the world, after Paris, of course. Pretty cool, eh? Say,
cool.
Have you heard any other curious facts about Canada? Let me know down in the comments.
All right.
If you learned something new today.
So I was right about the UFO situation.
Yes, yeah, a couple other things too.
That surprised me. One thing I would like to clarify is actually, well, we posted another video, something to do with Canada, and when we talked about lacrosse being the official sport of Canada,
Yeah.
apparently lacrosse is the official summer sport of Canada, and ice hockey is the official winter. I don't know when that happened.
But our national sport
Or
is
national.
lacrosse.
No, it's
Oh,
still
really?
national, yeah.
Oh, they must have changed that because it
They
always
did.
growing
They did.
up.
I looked it up.
We used to joke around about it because we're like, who plays lacrosse? Like nobody that I know
Played
plays
in high
lacrosse.
school,
Yeah, but
briefly.
hockey is like a
hockey's
cult.
hockey. But apparently, yeah, and someone commented in our comments, so thank you very much, whoever that was.
Yeah.
Ice hockey is our national sport.
They talked about a Canadian team like just giving like a bye to the finals in 1930.
Yeah.
Funny enough, when the Stanley Cup was first awarded, and this goes back before the National Hockey League was even formed. This goes back in the 1800s. Late 1800s, the Montreal AAA, or Amateur Athletic Association as they were called, was the greatest hockey team in existence. They went undefeated for many, many years. They just had the best hockey players. And it was rumored that there was a team that was better in Alaska. So, now keep in mind, this is late 1800s, so there was a big thing in Canada about getting these two teams together. They have to, the Montreal, the greatest known team on earth, Montreal Amateur Athletic Association, has to play against this team from Alaska. So they arranged this game, and the guys by Alaska, I feel bad for them, it took them over a month to get to Montreal. They traveled by foot, train, and dog sled to get to Montreal.
Dog sled?
By dog sled too.
Have you ever been on a dog sled? It's a lot of fun.
No, but they traveled over a month to get to Montreal to play this much anticipated game that everyone's looking forward to. And
Please tell me they won.
They were supposed to play 3 games. Montreal beat them by 30 goals in the first game. They beat them by 40 goals in the second game, and then they canceled the third game. Could you imagine the trip home? A month-long trip home. They were clearly not measured, but that was like the beginning of the National Hockey League forming, and it didn't form until years later, but one of the Stanley Cups was awarded at that. So
crazy facts.
yes, sir. A lot of stuff with Canada.
Yeah, that was a great 50 factor of you know, what makes Canada unique. Yeah, Canada's a great country. We really do love it.
Come visit us, guys.
Come visit us.
Yeah.
And you know, I know the pandemic's happening, but you know,
Yeah, don't come visit us now.
Come visit us now.
Later.
Later on, when the world settles down a little bit. But nonetheless, great video. And guys, if you have any suggestions, hashtag it MyRequest. Put it down below with a URL so that we can check it out. And don't forget to check out ocanaswag.com, where you can get some great Canadian swag. Type in 2 neighbors in the coupon code at checkout, and you will receive 20% off plus free shipping and pay no tax. Ryan, what should these lovely people do next?
I have one request before you go.
Oh, here we go.
we've done, here we go. We've done like a lot of Canadian stuff because, you know, we love doing Canadian stuff. It's entertaining. I even learned some stuff in this video. I'm sure a lot of you guys did too. But send us some stuff from your local country. Send us stuff from like outside in Europe, in Asia, in South America, even the States, wherever you come from. Send us like a cool like fact video, and we'll Canadians react to that, because
that sounds like a great idea.
Let's learn more about
Ryan, we didn't talk about this in pre-production.
We didn't.
Jesus.
This was not in our pre. You know what our pre-production like consists of? Yeah.
What do you want to do?
And
All right,
we'll do this.
Let's do that.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys.
Like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you next time.
Later, boys.